For this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our starting lineup to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And guys, checking out Tony Parker here. What can we expect?
You know, he's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name when people talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you'll see him go right into a bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Raptors. And you look at this team, pretty impressive, certainly a playoff contender with the third-best record in the East.
When you look at Toronto, they've had such a tremendous regular season. I mean, really exceeding even the most optimistic projections. A bit of a surprise, actually.
And with the playoffs right around the corner, they are really excited to see just how far they can go. They only get so many chances to win it all. They have to be in that conversation. And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Here's DeRozan. Tries again. Shot is no good. Nice D from Duncan.
Still looking for that first bucket here to start the game.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to speak with Dwayne Casey for a moment. He said their success will hinge on how well they fare against a tough and disciplined defensive team, telling me, quote, they do a great job of anticipating your plays and disrupting them. We've got to be able to improvise and create quality shots even when that happens. Kevin, going into this game, down 2-0 in the season series, we'll see if he can lead them to a win.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. And then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. 2 shots. That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Parker with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Raptors. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
But, you know, they don't have anything to be ashamed about from that game. It was a good effort from them all around. They just needed another break or two that just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, both teams can't win. You know, it comes down to a play or two either way. I thought both deserved to win, but only one could.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Duncan against Johnson.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at San Antonio. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder sitting in second place.
When I look at San Antonio, they've been just as tough as everybody expected coming into this season. I mean, one of the teams with a legit chance, in my mind, to win it all.
Man, with the playoffs rapidly approaching, Clark, I mean, this is what you work all season for. They've got to be excited and prepared for the challenge.
That'll be a 5-second call. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Duncan kicks to Green. Passes it to Dakota. Spurs passing it around. Ginobili. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Puts it up from 12. Gay, that's good.
Well, they needed that one finally. That's just 1 of 5 now overall.
San Antonio leading. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And exploit them they did, Steve. They were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game.
Lowry up top, headed by Green. Here's Valanciunas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
He misses the free throw. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Amir Johnson. So he comes up empty, missing both. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Ginobili. The 19-foot shot. DeRozan with the rebound.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Gay misses.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Kept alive. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. And you look at DeRozan, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shot, but they're superb setup men as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset in the shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easily.
Aaron Gray, he's checked in for the Raptors. Augustine comes in for Kyle Lowry. Heaves it up. Toronto trailer. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
They played a very physical game the last time they got together, and it had a lot to do with them coming away empty. There were just too many key players in foul trouble by the time the fourth quarter came around.
DeRozan on the wing. From about 19 feet. And that one's good. DeRozan's got his first points of the night. For San Antonio, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And Clark, Steve just touched on it. There are some players they can't afford to be missing late in games, and that's what happened last time these 2 teams met.
And you know what, guys? To avoid that this time around, you've got to turn the heat down a little bit on the aggressiveness. Idle it down just a notch, because if you don't, an opponent can make that work against you.
Feeds to Gay. That one goes. Count.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
How the Raptors stack up over the last 10 games. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage, 4th in steal, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And Clark, you talked about the accuracy from beyond the three-point line, and yeah, they're one of the best shooting teams in the league. It's something they work very hard on in practice each and every day.
Ginobili, that's for two. Toronto grabs the miss.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Tim Duncan. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
But he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Augustine dishes to DeRozan. Kicks to Gay. Puts it up from 12. Rejected by Ginobili. And they're able to recover.
Wow, that's 3 in the first quarter, and I think if you're the coach, you've got to think about sitting him down.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's DeCola. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Splitter. He kicks it to Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Green. Leonard's got 5 points so far. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Spurs second.
You know, this team has been outstanding in terms of shooting percentage. Any team that can shoot this well can only give themselves a much better chance to win. They share the ball, they take high-quality shots, and they're always on the same page offensively.
Gay with the block.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Here's Gray. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Leonard. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
Here's Hansbrough. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Raptors trailed by 3. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The guards, Parker and Bellinelli. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. And it's Diaw in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Fields. They get the rebound. Tries yet again. Hansbrough, that's good. Hansbrough's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Toronto.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. Just one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And another thing I love about him is his willingness to really get in there and mix it up. I mean, to put his body on the line if that's what it's going to take to make a play. You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. For three. Rebound by the Raptors. Ray's got his third rebound on the night.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Parker with it, averaging 16 points a game. His first shot coming late. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Parker. And the Spurs lead by 3. Pass to Fields. And the shot is long.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Diao, the pass to Duncan. Gets it to go. Duncan's got his second basket of the night.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assists. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Parker kicks to Diao. Fires the three. Solid defense there from Augustine. Raptors trail by 5. From half court and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Indiana. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And checking out Toronto, just a couple spots back.
Looking at Toronto, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Puts it up off the inbound. Goes back up. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Ginobili kicks to Splitter. Johnson on him. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Duncan with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Parker outside, and that one's good. Parker's got 5 now.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
He feeds it to Johnson. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Splitter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
It's a moment here to take a look at some stats for Tim Duncan. 5th in blocks, and he's been a terrific rebounder as well, in the top 10 in that category per game.
And Steve, you said it. I mean, he ranks in the top 5 in blocks per game, and that puts him in his rightful place as one of the most feared defenders in the league right now.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. He's off on the second. Raptors trail by 4. They double-team Johnson. Back to Gay. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by the Spurs. Splitter's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Bellinelli kicks to Parker. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Well, the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. And you look at DeRozan, second in the league, having an excellent season.
Well, night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. If you pick one way to deal with them, they'll just find another way to beat you.
Well, when you look at those numbers, you can tell that among the NBA's perimeter players, Steve, they're as explosive as it gets. It takes a lot of energy expended to defend any of them.
Here's Ross, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Spurs leading by 4. And the pass to Splitter. Stolen by Gay. And here's Valanciunas. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Gay. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes. Defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
San Antonio making a switch here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
DJ Augustine's checked in for the Raptors. No good from Valanciunas. Spurs leading by 3. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
1:32 left in the first half. And that one's good. Parker.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Augustine against Green. That's good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 4 assists in the game.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Augustine. They recover it. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Spurs making a switch here. Here's Fields, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
Raptors trail by 5. And Hansbrough kicks to Gray. And Bonner pulls it down. Spurs have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Here's Leonard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses. The Spurs making a switch here. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line. Here's Fields. That one off the back iron and out.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. It's San Antonio up by 5. Stay with it.
Now, presented by Sprint. And they've played the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. His passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and to his credit, he's done it.
Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And their forwards, Rudy Gay and Amir Johnson. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. It's tipped. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Rebounded by Splitter. Splitter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Duncan dishes to Green. The shot is off. Nice D from DeRozan. Pass to Johnson. A beautiful reverse layup. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim. Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Duncan kicks to Parker. The 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throw. For Toronto, they have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
2 shots.
That one is off. And he can't hit the 2nd. San Antonio leading. Green inside the 3-point line. Kicks it out to Leonard. A 2nd chance effort. The Spurs have had a very rough go at the line tonight, unable to get anything to go. Plenty of tries, too. No good on the free throw. No luck that time either.
Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all, huh, guys? They've missed their first 3 shots in the 3rd quarter.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Spurs have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the 2nd half. Green in the post. DeRozan defending. For San Antonio, they've had a very rough go at the line tonight, unable to get anything to go. Plenty of tries, too. And he can't get the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Valanciunas kicks to low. The Raptors rebound. Here's Johnson. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Leonard the pass to Green. Parker. He dishes it to Splitter. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page. And now let's take a look at some numbers for Jonas Valanciunas. His stats have been pretty good the last few weeks. You can see he's showing up as one of the premier performers in the league. 5th in free throw percentage. And, of course, he's in the top 15 in rebounding, so a very strong presence in the paint.
I want to take a minute here to get in a quick word about his outstanding free throw percentage. I mean, you can see how he's brimming with confidence at that line.
6 on the shot clock. Johnson can't get it to go. San Antonio trailing here. 3 on 3. Leonard now recovering. Here's Green. Leonard over Gay. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For Toronto, they have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. That's good from DeRozan. And the Spurs with some changes. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bellinelli in for Daniel Green. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. For San Antonio, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Bellinelli gets the bucket. And this game is tied up now. Raptors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the 2nd half. Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Here's Diaw. Drops in the tray. And the Spurs lead by 1.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And here's Johnson outside. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bellinelli dishes to Ginobili. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Ginobili's got 6.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
From 11 feet away, shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry. Fast break, here we go. Top of the key. Offensive rebound. Here's Johnson. Rejected by Bonner. And they get it back. They get it back. And the basket by Johnson. 8 points for him.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. Stayed with that play from start to finish.
Ginobili against Gay. Parker kicks to Ginobili. And it's off from three-point range. Fast break, Toronto. And he finishes nicely on the way. And it's 9 points for Rudy Gay.
He's so reliable. And, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Bonner passes to Bellinelli. The feet to Parker. There's the dish to Diaw. From downtown. Shot is off. And Toronto will come the other way.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Gay. Johnson dishes to Lowry. Rebound, San Antonio.
The question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question. Sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
And the Spurs with some changes. Splitter's checked in for Matt Bonner. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Manu Ginobili. Splitter kicks to Duncan. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Lowry drives in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Lowry's got his first 2 points of the night. The Spurs have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Dishes to Fields. Here's Hansbrough. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Ginobili.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Raptors have had an off night from the stripe tonight. The Spurs making a switch here. That's off as well, so he misses both. Can't hit. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 1. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great run so far with both sides coming to play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the 1. Three-pointer. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And some changes here for the Raptors. Gay comes in for Landry Fields. And it's DeRozan in for Terrence Ross. Here's DeRozan. Rebound San Antonio. And here they come. Pass to Parker. The baseline J. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Spurs lead by 5. Raptors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Hansbrough. Rebound San Antonio. Splitter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Feeds to Duncan. Plenty of space. Toronto grabs the miss. DeRozan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Offensive rebound. Here's Valanciunas. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. It's stolen by Hansbrough. 13 feet away. That one wide left.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Amir Johnson's checked in for the Raptors. Raptors trail by 5. Here's DeRozan. Hits it from 3-point range.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up. It was too good a look to pass it.
San Antonio calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Here's Hansbrough, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Here's Splitter, and it's good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
The Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Open shot by Duncan, and it's San Antonio with another.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
DeRozan passes to Gay. And that one's good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Kicks it to Splitter. From beyond the arc. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Fires Fires at the elbow. No good from Gay. Spurs leading by 8. He kicks it to Parker. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy 2 and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
Green inside the three-point line. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
Back to Parker. Pass to Leonard. Latre. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's DeRozan. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead. The Spurs have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Green dishes to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ginobili's checked in for the Spurs. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Gets the bucket. And 11 points for Tony Parker.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Here's Valanciunas. That ball, nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Back to Ginobili. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Toronto has their hands full guarding against Duncan.
8 rebounds, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because this offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. Can't make the second free throw either. Listen both. Fast break Toronto. Lowry leading the charge. Not enough on that one as it misses. Spurs leading by 4. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Parker. Lowry against Ginobili. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he can't get either to fall. Raptors trail by 4. Lowry kicks to Gay. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Ginobili gets the bucket.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out. Well, it's going to be tough for them, but you have to continue to compete. It's not over. Just play, see what happens.
Yep, you can't afford empty possession.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That's foul number 2 for him. Lowry passes to Gay. Great defense that time from Thiago Splitter. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Leonard. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Gay with it. Leonard picks him up. Another miss by Gay.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Duncan kicks to Ginobili. From deep three-point range, no good.
Seems like he's gotten every single rebound today.